Hi everyone, welcome to Manish IT. This is Manish. Today I am going to discuss about a reference variable in C++ and also function with default arguments. So first we have to see what is called reference variable. So actually, it is new concept implemented in C++. We all know in C language we have used local variables, global variables like this. Along this, in C++, we have introduced one new concept is called reference variables. And here reference is a new data type and this kind of variables are called reference variables. Here most important thing is reference is new data type which is introduced in C++ and it is a derived data type. Already we know that pointers, array, functions are called derived data type. These all derived data type is also used in C++. Then question is that why we need the reference data type in our programming. What is the use of reference data type in our programming? So actually we are using pointers in functions and based on this function is divided into two parts. We all know this, so we can pass the parameters in function in two ways. First is call by value and second is call by the address. So we have already seen this all in C language. So next is along with this, they are going to use call by reference technique in C++ with reference variable or data type. Now, why they have been introduced? Because of in C language, when call by address is passed, then we have to declare formal parameters as a pointer, and we know that pointers always takes the address of another variable, and in pointers the problem is we can initialize any variable address in future. Means first one variable address passed to the pointer, later we can change the address of this pointer, means we can assign another variable address to this pointer and it's going again and again. Due to this, which variable address it is going to store. Now user is getting confused which variable address is stored in pointer. So the main thing is pointers are not secured because of later also we can change the pointer direction. That's why to avoid this problem in C++ it introduced about reference variables or reference data types. So now thing is what is reference data type? First, actually reference variables or data type is also called linked variables, which is also known as alias variables. Alias means alternative name. For example, so it is a common example for know about reference. What is reference? So most of the people having nicknames. For more clarity, everyone know Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but his another nickname is Mahi. That means already having name, but somebody call with another name of same person. That is reference. So now in reference variable also having also same concept. Reference variables allows to user to provide alias name for existing variables. That's why it is also called alias variables or link variables. It is very much useful in copy constructors and operators overloading. So we will see in details what is copy constructor and operator overloading later. And another important thing that implicit constants. So here reference variable are the implicit pointer constant. You know the constant means which is never change. That's why they called read only pointer. So let's see some points regarding reference variable in C++. So a reference variable is an alias, that means alternative name of already existing variable. Next, it cannot be changed to refer another variable. Next, it should be initialized at the time of declaration. Further initialization are not allowed. Next, the operator ampersand is used to declare reference variables. For regarding how to declare, suppose we know have every special data type, data members having some syntax or some rules. So these are rules, and what is its syntax? So see, first here, data type and variable name, whatever variable, it is called variable declaration. Next, data type, ampersand symbol, it is compulsory to use ampersand symbol. Then variable name, whatever variable name, it is user choice. So that's why here you can see here it is user choice. That's why it is called user defined data type. So here whatever this variable name is, that initialized with your next that derived variable. So that is derived, so simply it is called reference variable. So whatever you are derived your reference variable, your previous variable must be initialized during declaration part. So I have already here its rule, it should be initialized at the time of declaration. Further initialization are not allowed. So due to this, so see example. Suppose here int a, if you are not seeing like 1000, so simply int a is what? It is a integer type variable. But a int ampersand b is what? Here by mistake a space is not there, but by mistake here a space. So ampersand b is what? It is reference integer type variable. So and also you can say that reference data derived variable, it is type of reference variable which is which is derived by user. So that's why it is called user derived data type. So here and why it is called primitive data type? Because of it is here int is a primitive data type. Here int is a primitive data type, and for from here we are deriving this reference by the help of ampersand. We are deriving a reference variable. That's why it is called derived data type. So I already told that every reference variable should be initialized with another variable value. So here I have initialized with another variable which is a, and a is already assigned with 1000. So now our next thing is I want to print it. So what is answer? So first I want to print a and another is b. So both are giving 1000 and 1000. So for here b is alias for here b is alias name for a, means a is a here b is what? It is alias name. Why I am saying like this? Because of ampersand symbol is used with b. So b is alias name of a. So what and b are indirectly same. Here by result we can say that b are indirectly same. So how can I say both are same? So suppose this expression, I will give you another expression. So see here, suppose a equals to 111, and another once again I want to print it. So after printing this, a value gives 111, and b is also gives our result. As a result, it also gives 111. So now further I want to change some value, like here I have changed b value. So see a b equals to 500. So after changing the b value, you I want to print it. So after printing this value, you can see a gives 500 and b also gives 500. That's why both are indirectly same. A and b are indirectly same. Then we can say that it is linked variable or reference variable or we can also say that copy variable, because of it is a copy of another variable, and also it's called alias variable. So you can, it is depending on your user, what a user can say, like it's too many names. So like simply someone calls linked variable, someone calls reference variable, someone calls copy variable. Why copy variable? Because of it is copying from copying a here. In the third case, b value is 500, but a is also copy the value of b. So that's why it is a copy variable also called. And alias variable, alias means alternative name. So b, we can say that here b is alias of a. So that's why whenever a value is changed, then b value is changed. Whenever b value is changed, a value is changed. So we can see it in our programming. I will give you one example of so see, I have used here hash include iostream.h, and next hash include conio.h. So or it is a basic things of every programming. And now our main function is started from here. So see, after this main function, I have declared one integer type variable. That variable is name is a, and initialized with 10. That is, I have also commented here normal variable. Next is b. B is nothing but alias of a. It is b is reference variable of a. We can say that alias of a. It is alternative of name of a. So, and next one is c. That is also an alternative name of b. So c is the reference variable of b. And next I have declared clear screen. So simply I want to print all these values. So C out, I have written C out a equals to a, and b in b, and in the c. So how it's looking like in our computer system. So see this in a computer system, after executed this line. So it's simply printed like this: a10, b10, and c10. Now I want to change the value b equals to 20. So how it's printing and how it's looking like: a equals to a, b equals to b, and in c, c printed. So after the execution of this line, simply it gives like a equals to b equals to 20, and c equals to 20. So now I want to change the value of c. So c equals to 30. So same thing, I want to call I want to print all these. So see, after printing this same thing I have used here. So after the execution of this line, it gives simply I have used our get ch to read all that value on our console screen. So after and return, because of our main function is integer type, so that's why it is returning some value, and program is closed. So after this line, it is giving us a equal to 30, b equal to 30, and c also equal to 30. So these all are our output of this. So next this is this I give you another example. So see this. Another example is I want to swap two numbers. So how to swap? I give you some example. So our main program is started from basic thing. So see, has include iostream.h, and next one is has include conio.h for clear screen and get ch function. So our main function, I have declared here one function. That function name is int, and as a pointer type a variable, and as a pointer type b variable. Two types of pointer variable used here, passed as a argument, and it's giving return as a void. So there is no return value. So simply I have declaration part and definition part. I have giving. I have written here simultaneously. So integer type of temp variable, and which stores a pointer variable of a type of pointer variable. So a is nothing but it is an integer type. So and temp is also integer type. So it no it nothing gives us through an error. So simply it's assigning that, and a pointer type of a variable is assigned with pointer type of b variable, and after it is definition to swap. Everyone know about this. So and star b pointer type of b variable is assigned with temp, this temp. So it is a definition part of swapping function is finished. Now our main function is started from here. So our main function is started. So now see, whenever our main function is started, I have passed two values like x equals to 100 and y equals to 200. So I want and I call the clear screen function to clear the screen, and simply I printed that this value. So whatever I value in slide in beginning, that value is printed like x equals to 100 and y equals to 200. So how it's looking? So see this on console screen, it is looking like this. So after this execution, I simply I call the swap function. So what is swap function? Whenever it is a pointer type, its parameter is a pointer type, so we have to use ampersand symbol with this variable. So simply I have used a ampersand of x and ampersand of y. So after swap function, after calling of swap function, simply I have printed all that value. So whatever value is swapped, so see this, and simply get ch function is to read all these lines, and return to return value, and our program is closed. So after this execution, after this line execution, so see this what value is printed on screen. So x becomes, now x becomes 200, y becomes 100. So after, so here I have simply used like swap function is so passing that value, but now in place of add this address symbol, I want to pass the reference, use reference value. I am going to use call by reference, that means ampersand, ampersand symbol here. So now means reference variable technique. So see how it's looking like. So first of all, we have to pass simply like this x and y. So I have to pass this, then we have no need to pointer. So how it's we have to change like our, so we have to change our declaration of function, swap function like this. So void swap and int, and it is a reference type of x and a reference type of y. So we have to change, also change this declaration part, because of it is a pointer and it is a reference type, so we have to change it all. So a temp and a is equals to b and b is equals to temp. So after changing this, simply I have passed here x and y. X is nothing but alias name of this. So after this is by mistake here x is not there, but by here a and b. So I correct there. Instead of x, you can change in your program by a, and instead of y you can change by b. So simply it is a definition part, and simply I have passed here our whatever I have initialized that value, and run this program. After running this program, same output is so now I am going to start what function with a default arguments. So it's having some rule, that is a default argument is a value provided in a function declaration that is automatically assigned by the compiler if caller of the function does not provide a value for the argument with default value. So and next is when function overloading is done along with default values, then we need to make sure it will be not ambiguous. The compiler will throw error if ambiguous. So next is default arguments are different from constant arguments, as constant arguments cannot be changed, whereas default arguments can be overwritten if required. And next is default arguments are overwritten when calling function provides value for them. And next is during calling of function, arguments from calling function to called function are copied from left to right. This is the most important thing. Left to right. Function are copied from left to right. So next is initialization of argument value must be started from right to left. So these two lines is most important in this function with default argument. So see by the example. So simply I have started from main basic things has include iostream.h, has include conio.h for get ch and clear screen. So simply I am calling simply declaring it is a declaration of function, that is some function, and initialized a equals to 0, b equals to 0 and int c equals to 0. So in the introduction I already told that initialization must be from right to left. So you cannot initialize it from a to 0 and b to 0 and c is nothing. So if it is possible, c equals to 0 and b is not compulsory to initialize and a is also not compulsory to initialize. It is your choice. C is equals to 0, b equals to 0. But I want to not initialize a. It is not throw an error. But if you are so simply initializing a equals to 0 and b equals to 0, but c is not initialized, it gives throw an error because of its rule is from right to left. Initialization process is happening from right to left. So our main function is started. So simply I have directly clear the screen, and here see out sum 10 20 30, and simply sum function is called and passed that value into our integer type. So 10 20 30 is passed. So after passing these values, simply 10 is initialized with a and 20 is initialized with b and 30 is initialized with c. So in the definition part you will see how it's defining. So simply it gives a value like 60. So see another is see out sum, and simply I have passed here two values 10 and 20. So 10 is passed initialized with a and 20 is initialized with b and c nothing is there, so it is taken from c here. So c is 0. And next is sum 10. 10 is passed, 10 is going through a and b and c is nothing, so it is taken from here. That's why it is called default argument. Default so next is simply I have passed and nothing is passed in some function. So simply it is initialization taken from this declaration part. So I have declared here get ch function and return value, and our main function is closed. So here what is definition part of this sum function? So see this definition part of sum function. I have declared in sum a equals to 0 b, whatever I have declared here, that thing is here, and so its definition part it returning what? Returning a plus b plus c. So it is returning, and whenever it is called, like whenever this sum function is called, it is coming to this part. So a is initialized with 10, b is initialized with 20, and c is initialized with 30. So after this initialization, it's coming to here and returning its value because of I have already data type is integer, so it's returning as an integer type. So after this addition is completed, so it simply gives us 60. So 60 is our answer. So on the console screen, what is printed? Like I have written a statement 10 plus 20 plus 30. So simply it's whatever statement is written there, that statement is printed, and also this return value, whatever value we have passed, that value after addition of that value, it gives and as gives us as a answer, final answer. So 60 is gives. So our next is 10 20 I have passed. So here c is nothing, here c is I have only passed two value. So a is initialized with 10 and this b is initialized with 20. So c is not nothing, no, I have no nothing number, any number passed to c. So c is taken from here, this default argument. So that's why it is by compiler by default it is taken from our declaration part or definition declaration part. So whatever I have initialized, that value is taken from there. So that's why it is called default argument value. So see this, after the execution, whenever I have passed 10, then simply it's giving 10 because of b and c is 0, and whenever I have nothing is passed, then sum is 0 because of here nothing is passed, and simply call that function. So already 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0 is equals to 0. So it is our all this about our declaration, what it is example of our default function with default arguments. So let us now we are going to implement all these programs within our program in Turbo C++. So let us go. See, whatever I have explained in within our, so I will show you that program. So see this, whatever written in there, that is also same written in here. So I simply compile it and show you after. So our compilation is successful. I run it. So whatever output is there, that same our output is correctly. So that means our program is correctly. So it is the example of reference. So next, swapping of number. So I will show you also that of all. So see, swapping reference. So see this, it is a swapping of whatever I told that implementation, same implementation here. So simply I compile it and show you. So compilation is successful. I run it. So after run that program, output is swapped 120, 200, and 200, 100. So I this is also success. Our program is successful. So next I want to show you by default argument. So function with default argument. So see, fun so function with default argument. So see this, whatever I told that by mistake. So see this same implementation is also here. Simply here I have what I have done here. I have a definition part is also with a declaration part. So simply it whatever I have defined here, so that you already know in how can I define that. So I am not going in details. So simply whatever I am showing there, that implementation part is here. So simply I compile it and run. So you after run. So see, it is also our every output is correct. So this all program whatever I have shown, that is that gives us correct output. So our implementation part is successful. So if you having any question, please comment in the comment box, and this video is really helpful to you, then please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. So thank you for watching and listening my presentation.